Derek from the Olive Oil Co. Today we are doing a garlic truffle beef roast. For this recipe, it does use our white truffle oil from our store. What's great about this oil is a lot of oils out there, unfortunately, when it comes to truffle, they use a gas in order to flavor their oil. But this is made with real truffles. It is the real deal, people. So you're going to want to grab that. You want some either fresh or dried rosemary, also some salt and pepper, as well as 6 garlic cloves. Here we have our beautiful sirloin tip roast from Brookfront Farms out by New Dundee. It is, again, organic, grass-fed, just has amazing flavor. I'm so excited to get this all prepped for the crock pot. So once you have your garlic clove, you basically just want to give it a nice little push like that, either with your knife or your hand. Make sure you get all the skin off. Once you have all the skins taken off these guys, a little straggler there, basically we're going to be cutting these up into some slices, and we're going to put some slices in our beef roast and insert these, so it's just going to infuse the beef with some nice flavor. So I've already got a couple chunks from the one I semi-exploded, but let's just some simple slices just like that, especially when you get into these beautiful, gorgeous, look at that bulb. That is a gorgeous bulb. Beautiful. And then you end up with some lovely slices of garlic, just like this. So now that we have our lovely cut of beef here, basically what I'm going to do is take my knife and just go into the grain. Nice and soft. And then simply stick my slice of garlic in there. And you can do the same with the sides if you want to. So when it comes to the truffle oil, I just got half a teaspoon in here. I'm going to do a light base with this. Really, with truffle oil, use it sparingly because a little goes a long way, especially with the nice strong flavor of white truffle oil. So next, you want about half a tablespoon of dried rosemary. If you have fresh rosemary in your garden, you will need 4 sprigs of that you will essentially, one way you could do that is shove it into the side of the roast. It's a great way to get the rosemary flavor even inside the roast, but we just have the dried rosemary here. So I'm just going to do a nice little sprinkle on top. And just rub it on the sides. For the salt and pepper, I'm just going to do about 8 cranks over the top of this. So I want to introduce you to a good cooking buddy of mine, the good old crock pot. We took the remaining garlic cloves and put them in the bottom here. I've got about a 1/4 cup of water that I'm just going to put in the bottom as well, just to keep the moisture content. So now that we have our roast, let's get it in there. So once this is in the crock pot, you just want to turn it on and go to point when you get to 8. I'm going to put this on for 8 hours. Alright guys, I'm back from work. We're going to be doing a couple sides with this roast. First we're taking some carrots and we are going to be using our Cara Orange Vanilla White Balsamic with these. It might sound strange, but it's actually very delicious. We also have some new potatoes from Nick's Picks Organics off Old Highway 99 in Dundas Valley. I still love how he does so much organic stuff, and these are going to be delicious. Just you wait. So we have both pots going here. We've taken our potatoes and we have put them in the pot hole, and with the bigger ones we chopped in half. So we're just going to boil these until they are fork tender. With the carrots, we took the skin off. We also mandolined it and threw them in the pot as well. So we're just going to make sure these get nice and tender as well. Also, our roast is done now, so let's get it out of the crock pot, and we're going to get all those juices out of there too to make a really nice gravy. Voila. Oh. Ah, oh, this smells heavenly. Alright. So let's get our roast out of there. Beautiful. There we go. That garlic just looks so nice and soft. Juices. Let's get all those poured out into here. Garlic in there too. So now that this is in a dish, we've taken another teaspoon of white truffle oil. We're just going to do another finish baste over this. Just get more of that nice earthy flavor. If you've never had truffle before, it basically tastes like a really strong mushroom. It is a connoisseur type food, but it's just oh so good. Once that's done, just take a little bit of tin foil, so we have enough, and then just wrap it over so we get it nice and scented. As you can see, our gravy is coming to a nice simmer, so we're just throwing in about a teaspoon of onion powder. Get that all in there. Also, we are adding a tablespoon of our Neapolitan herb dark balsamic. That's some nice color and some great flavor. So for our carrots, we're just throwing in a tablespoon of our butter infused olive oil. Again, this is plant-based, no dairy actually in it. As well as a tablespoon of our Cara Orange Vanilla Balsamic. All mixed up in this. The balsamic's just going to caramelize onto the carrots really nicely. So as you can see, our gravy is getting nice and rendered down. So I have about a 1/4 cup of water and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch in this mixture, which is basically a slurry. So we're just going to pour that in there as well, so this thickens. That nice and mixed up in there as well. We're just going to add 5 cranks of pepper, 5 cranks of salt. Let that get all nice and thickened. So the potatoes are screaming, as you can hear. I'm just going to give a generous drizzle of butter olive oil so that they all get covered. That'll range from person to person as for how much you are going to be making. Let's make sure they're all nice and coated. A little more just in case. Other than the butter oil, I'm just going to add some salt and pepper. Give it another stir and get ready for plating. So when you're making your gravy, the important part is to make sure that you put it through a strainer. Just taking away all the bits, leaving you with a nice smooth gravy. Using a spoon helps a bit. Oh boy, all those smells. I wish you had smell-o-vision right now because this smells amazing. Give my bite of roast beef here. Some gorgeous gravy. Ooh, melts in your mouth. Wow. Nice truffle flavor. You can always add a little more if you love truffle. Man. Another good one, guys. You're gonna love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time. It's Derek from the Olive Oil Co. I've got my garlic from the back, fresh from the garden. Well, it's been in the back for 2 weeks, but we are making a sirloin tip roast. That was horrible. So once this is in, Derek from the Olive Oil Co. Just got my garlic from the back room. It's been curing for the last couple weeks from the garden. Today we are doing a